Greetings, my friends. I'm Andrea, astrologer, and I welcome you to a new episode. It's the fourth episode of my conversations with Greta about financial astrology, and we will treat the price trajectory today, isn't it, Greta?
Yes, indeed. I am eager to see what you have to say about the price trajectory.
The Astro-based price trajectory is a concept that is very similar to the smooth moving average in the technical analysis. You see here on the graph I do have the Fibonacci retracements, and I have also a sort of configuration for the moving averages. I use 21, I use 50 for the green one and 200 for the red one in order to see where the price is in terms of its average. So this is something that we analyze as traders and investors in order to identify where the price might go, also to guide our entry and exit points, and also to spot trend reversal. And this is also what I try to do based on astrology well in advance, because this is the advantage of astrology. You can see these things well in advance. And this is based on the average of the aspects of a single day. So here you can see an example from November 2024, but it is the same actually for any day, and the price trajectory was also from the past. And we do have here a table with the major aspects of the day. You might be familiar with it, the ones who purchased the BTC hour by hour product. And we do have a lot of price points in the day. It is impossible to track all of them. Maybe there are millions. We have even the 1 second chart. So you can imagine how many price points exist in a single day. And for such a volatile asset like Bitcoin, this is a very dynamic development. Still, in astrology, we do have some major aspects. So the most important that would give direction for certain hours during the day. Of course, they are exact at a certain hour and minute, but they would have influences hours before and hours after. Still, their order would give us an idea of what happens during the day with a good accuracy, I would say, in most of the cases. And what do we have here? We do have day level aspects, which are in bigger font, and we have also hourly aspects, the ones in the smaller font. And these are active during the day. I also mentioned volatility. So imagine that we do an arithmetic average. This is a simple arithmetic. The mathematical average of these potent aspects during the day, and I use a sort of point system that doesn't have a significance, but it's rather a comparison between the relative strengths of the various aspects in astrology. So I work with a scale from 1 to 10, basically in terms of the value that I would give to each aspect, and then the mathematical average will be a sort of sum for the day that would convey a point in time when the energies really converge, because there will be some point in time during the day. Of course, we don't know when this will be, but the price action will be around this mathematical average of the day. And the purpose is to compare one day with another, to see are there big jumps from one day to the other. And based on this point system, this is what we have in the end. It is a graph with some points. For each month I would deliver such a graph, and this is really a guideline on how the shape of the price action might evolve. And it is on the x-axis with the days of the month, and on the y-axis we do have this point system. I think I have nothing that is above 200 for 2025 at least, but you see here that this brings a good overview of the evolution of the price action, again, this would be the shape, a sort of moving average in which the direction would go. So for example, here we can see a steep move from 140 to 70. And this is what I noticed, that in practice in general, 40 points change from one day to the other could mean a big change in price. Of course, during the day we anyway have big changes in price. Since recently we have Bitcoin over 100K, we got days where the difference between the high and the low was even 11,000. So it's not easy to really say exactly what the point in time in each day it is, but it would give us an idea what is the comparison from one day to the other. So Greta, what do you think? Is this a clear overview?
Pretty clear for now, but I would like to know which are the important things to watch out for in terms of the price trajectory?
Very good point, because nothing is perfect and we do have exceptions, and this is also the case with all trading strategies. As you might be aware, we have some days when the shape doesn't work as expected, and this is also sort of normal, because this is something that we have in our complex reality. So the days when you will see a let's say not so good approximation of the shape of this price action would be the lack of transaction volume, as it happens on weekends and also on bank holidays when the market is closed, especially the US market. Usually we don't have moves, but also if you remember the 4th of July 2024, it was a big swing downwards. So this is not the general rule. There are always exceptions. Therefore, I would prefer to really tell you what is the day for the astrological influence. The volume is another topic, and we know this is really not something that we can predict with any method. When planets are stationary direct or stationary retrograde, which happens, we get some aspects, some influences that are blocked, and they will be released only after a certain period of time. Usually we can see the astrologers when the planet will gain speed again and will start to move. But it is not a clear method to say exactly when, because this will depend also on the volume, and it is really a thing that we can expect. We will warn about delays, but we can't really say when this will happen. So this is also when the shape of the price action will be different from the Astro-based price trajectory. But I think as a leading indicator, it will give you an idea of what will happen, but you can expect these to manifest later in case of these stationary periods. Eclipses, we do have here strong energy, and these aspects are also long-term in general, whatever happens on the eclipse. And it is really important to take into account what happens at eclipse day at that moment, to take the average, to be aware of that, but also to be really aware of the fact that this energy will span also in the future. Now, also this is a possibility to see the volume, in my opinion, in a lot of cases. I noticed, especially lately, that when we have out of bounds planets, we can go to extremes. So even if a aspect that is low intensity can really instill a big move in price due to volume that is pretty significant on that day. And it is really a point that we need to take into account as an exception. And transaction volume as such, this is a general disclaimer. There is no method to really foresee it. So if we have a news and we have a lot of institutional money poured into crypto, for example, or going out of crypto, then we can expect massive price changes that will happen very quickly. So I do think this is what I wanted to share, and it is really an overview of the Astro-based price trajectory, and this is another method that is to be used together with the daily astrology and monthly astrology, yearly astrology, to see all aspects in convergence with this trajectory. This will help you estimate better when the big moves come.
How can one get the Astro-based price trajectory in advance?
This is very relevant for the topic for sure. How can you get the Astro-based price trajectory in advance? In several ways. At least I can say that the most in advance you can get it with the BTC yearly forecast for 2025, when you have it 1 year in advance. And it is good to follow, taking into account that at the end of the month you know the price Bitcoin was closed with, and then you consider the shape taking place from that point on. So this is the right way to interpret it. Then another possibility is to get it with the BTC hour by hour product. And here we do have two ways. So one way is to get it 1 week actually in advance. It is actually always 1 month, because with the first week of the month, even if you purchase it for 1 week, you get the whole graph for the month. So this is a very interesting, and I think it's also an advantage. If you take the BTC hour by hour for the whole month in advance, of course you will get it in advance for the month. And there is also yet another option. This is part of the platinum tier subscription, where you get it also 1 month in advance, and this is each and every month for BTC, and then you can really use it as a guideline for the price action for the month, and also for altcoins, as we know that many of you are doing this. So now I think I provided a lot of information on the price trajectory, so that you can think about it and explore it if you think it was interesting. And now, Greta, do you have any other topic for the next episode? Tell me.
I will think about it and let you know soon.
Okay, then that's it. Stay tuned for a surprise that we will deliver in the next episode to see what theme Greta will really choose. Thank you so much for your attention, for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. I highly appreciate it. And until next time, be joyful. See you.